Hi everybody, my name is Vicky. This is my channel where I do makeup tutorials, but today I'm going to try a different approach to my videos. So I'm going to do, that's my opinion. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about things that I see on social media, shows that I watch, things like that. I'm just going to get my opinion on it while I do my makeup. Alright, so first my face is already moisturized and everything. So what I'm going to do now is put on my eyebrows. Then I'm using the Dip Brow by Anastasia Beverly Hills in the color Ebony. Pull my brush out. Brush, brush, brush. There we go. So get that in there. And we'll start on the topics. All right, so I'm gonna talk about Married to Medicine. Now, I've been watching Married to Medicine since season 1. I personally love the show, but I was watching a reunion with my mom, and I was just like watching past sneak peeks because I really didn't get a chance to like watch it this season. And I was watching it, and I was just
slow just a little bit, train just a little bit. I'm taking chances, said I'm taking chances. It's too early to fall. I'm hoping you catch me. I hope it's romantic. I hope I can manage. I like the way you work it, no diggity. Like to bag it and bag it up. Yeah. Like to bag it and bag it up. Not your ordinary nigga, not your ordinary guy, baby. You should notice the difference, at least with the naked eye, baby. Who's that nigga making songs, baby, that can rap and sing them all, baby? They say don't you get involved, baby.
back to what I was talking about, you guys. I was watching Married to Medicine with my mom, and I was watching them talk about Dr. Heavenly. And when they first started, Andy asked her how her spiritual journey was going. And everybody all agreed, like, she does, like, little petty things. And so they don't really feel like she's changing. She got so offended, like, you know, I'm changing, I'm doing what I need to do. You know, it's not a one shot, it's a day by day journey. And we can all agree, like, you know, change comes with time. It's not overnight. It never has been. So, and this is just Urban Decay eye primer potion in the original. But when her and Mariah got into it about Dr. Heavenly talking about her mother, as soon as they went on break from the reunion, she draws on Mariah's door. Now, mind you, these are college graduated women sneakering and kikiing about it. But you just said to everybody how you felt like you're changing, you're growing. But then you do something childish like that. And I feel like if you want somebody to grow, you have to tell them when they're right and they're wrong. And nobody would tell her. Like, everybody just kept kikiing and ha-haing about it like it was cute. But that's not cute. You're supposed to be an example for young ladies so that they know right and wrong. And all y'all doing is kikiing and ha-haing about some straight petty BS. Some stuff grown women should definitely not be playing about. I feel like it was just really childish and beyond it. I'm only 25 and I wouldn't do no childish shit like that. If y'all wonder why I'm looking over, my beautiful cousin is right over there. So I'm kind of talking to y'all and I'm talking to her too. Hey, y'all. So I just thought it was just like super childish. I'm grabbing the Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism palette and I'm going into the color Eden with a Morphe M441 brush. So I just thought it was super childish. And I'm just like, really though? Like, really, that's what we doing? And everybody's just kikiing, ha-haing about it. I'm like, yo, like, didn't y'all just ask her how her spiritual journey was going? Like, just ask her. And the Eden color is my transition color. So, another topic I want to talk about is Toya having a party about paying her bills. I'm going to say that again. She had a party about paying her bills. Which is something I'm pretty sure we all do every day. Every two paychecks out the month. That's what we do. Pay our bills. Now, granted, she almost owed like the IRS like over $200,000. Almost $200,000. So I can get it. You're excited.
I know a party did.
So you got another bill. I'm now gonna grab the color Satin with the same brush. And so there's another woman on there. Her name is Cortessa. I think that's her name. She's new. And she said exactly what I would say if I was in that situation. This shit is stupid. When I heard she threw a party about paying her bills, and I told my mom, I was like, if I had a party about paying my bills, it'd be inside my house. And I would just walk around clicking on lights and shit. Like, y'all see that? That shit worked today.
On everything, y'all.
That shit worked today. Y'all see that? That shit worked today. Hey, change the channel. My cable on.
How many people actually came?
It was like a real life, like, party.
Would you go to a party? If I won't say me, but would you go to somebody party who paid their own bill?
No, because it's stupid.
That's stupid. Like what you want to?
What are you celebrating?
Are you celebrating doing stuff that you
doing what every other adult does? So I couldn't get jiggy with it. I'm sorry, I couldn't. Like, I could not. I'd have been like, you know what, I'm finna go because this too much. So I was just like, that's hella stupid. Like, I'm sorry, just the audacity of it is just like, what? Bitch, what?
Bitch, black.
I was like, really though? We're still on Married to Medicine. Another topic I wanted to talk about was Quad not giving Dr. G a baby. Now, I'm all for you do what you want with your body. But when you marry somebody and they specifically tell you in the beginning that they want kids, and you tell them, okay, well, when we get financially stable, we can have kids. But now y'all at a place in y'all life where, like, y'all financially stable, and it's like, when you gonna give them a baby type stuff. And granted, she's like, well, now we're arguing too much about y'all arguing about the fact being that you keep bullshitting about giving them a baby.
Argument stop.
The argument stops as soon as you get pregnant. Now I'm going into parallel, which I want to say is actually the first time I've ever used this brown. No. Tell them to move. And I'm just going in the crease of my eye. I'm not doing like a super dramatic look. It's pretty light. But yeah, I just feel like I don't think Quad want kids. I don't think she wants kids at all. And I just feel like you can't be mad at him. And I feel like me and my mother was talking about this, and we was like, she takes on everything else so that when he does come to her about it, she can be like, well, I'm your office manager, and I do this, and I still come home, and I cook and clean, and I still got my own job, and this and that. But that's just so she can play the victim in it. When in reality, he's the victim because you lied to him. And now you upset because he's basically pulling your card. And in a minute, y'all gonna be getting divorced.
That happened to Jenny May on The Real, the Asian chick, or Vietnamese or Korean. Her and her husband are divorcing because she didn't want to give him a baby, but she said she told him in the beginning that she didn't want no kids.
Now
they're going through a divorce now.
It's different if you say in the beginning, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, like if you say in the beginning, like you don't want kids, that's fair. You said it in the beginning, so he can't expect you to like change up out of nowhere because all of a sudden, like, you just can't expect people to change just because y'all been together for so long and you see them with kids. You thinking, oh, okay, eventually they gonna want to have kids. No, some people just really don't want to have kids, and some people do. But you gotta let people know up front so that they got the option to deal with it. But if you giving people false hopes and telling them, yeah, we can have a kid when we get financially stable, and now y'all done paid all y'all debt off, and y'all in this big lavish house all the way in Atlanta somewhere, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what debt are you waiting to pay off?
Right.
What bill are you worried about in the future? Or do you just not want to have kids? That's what I think too. I don't think she wants to have kids. So I'm just like, in our relationships, and granted, I'm not a relationship guru, but I've been through enough where I could tell you some things. I am now going into the color Eternity, which is this pretty gold color. But yeah, I feel like certain people make their own misery, and I feel like she's making her own misery. That's just me personally. Once again, it's just my opinion. And I didn't like how they asked Toya to give input on Quad's her relationship with her husband, and her being his everything. Because everything is not the same everything for everybody. She doing everything else, but she won't give him a baby. And I'm just like, bitch, that is not your place. Because I'm pretty sure your husband would like for you to like sit down somewhere and stop spending all his money. Because you ain't got no damn job. You are a housewife. you have no businesses besides taking care of your kids, which I will say is a real life. That's a real life job. You know what I'm saying? I've done it already. But still. Right, still doing it. Just in case y'all didn't know, I'm a mommy of twins. So I still do it. But I work, I go to school, and I'm trying to do this YouTube thing too. So if I could do it, you could do it. But I just don't believe being at home all day. Your kids go to school, so it's like, what do you do in between the time? Exactly. Real quick, eyeliner break. Alrighty, so I'm gonna use some of my Urban Decay B6 prep spray, and I'm gonna get it popping on my face. Next topic is Farrah Abraham. This bitch. I don't hate people, mind you. I hate Farrah Abraham. When I say hate, I hate her. I hate her fucking guts. She is a horrible ass person, and she treats everybody in her life like shit.
She do. I think her dad just gives in to her.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Like, he don't even fight no more, like, with Farrah. He just, like, bends over and takes it straight. But, like, I watch Teen Mom. I've been a diehard Teen Mom fan since the beginning. I've watched everybody's story, every season. I have not missed a beat. But Farrah is such a fucking bitch. Like, the way she talks to people, like, I would not do it. And, like, I ain't gonna say I'm sitting here like the violent type, like I sit here and fight all dang all day. But I'll probably end up fighting her just by how she talks to people. Because she just thinks she can talk to people however.
Like, she'll start a conversation, and when somebody keeps talking about, okay, I don't want to keep talking about it. Like, bitch, you start the conversation.
Exactly.
I've noticed she does that.
And, well, let me stay on topic really quick first. Her getting fired from MTV. She got fired because I'm pretty sure there was a clause in her contract that says she couldn't do porn anymore. No type of porn at all. And she's been pretty discreet about it, but recently she tried to do a web show, a live web show. She tried to do a live web show. And MTV wasn't having it, pretty much.
Yes, they should.
And so they made her choose, and she was like, "You're making me choose between my sexuality and my job." And it's like, no, you're on a show about teen pregnancy and how to prevent it. So no, you can't go on camera popping it for the one time. I'm sorry, no. I've been watching that show since I think Teen Mom OGs were all like around the same age. I've been watching that show since I was 15 years old. And I want to say I've never liked Farrah. And it's just how she talks to people. And at first I used to feel bad with her.
It started when she used to cry ugly.
She still does that. Like, just randomly cries. Anytime she don't get her way, she just, like, breaks down in tears. And it's just like, okay, stop, please. But basically, MTV was like, we not for it. You gotta pick. And she made her choice. MTV was like, all right, deuces. So now she's suing MTV and Viacom. For $5 million.
What?
Yep. I am using my Lancome Tinted Outdoor Ultra Wear Camouflage Concealer. This is actually my absolute favorite. I need to go get another one. Yeah, she is suing MTV and Viacom for discrimination, I think.
Girl.
But I already know that she's gonna lose because if I'm a lawyer, there's gonna be a clause in there that you can't, especially if you did a porn before you got back on the show. Like, I'm gonna make a clause that says you can't do any adult films. So I'm pretty.
Why would she want to do that? She has a daughter who was old enough to like see this.
Oh, I'm about to get on her and her parenting skills.
Oh, okay.
I'm about to get on that, and let me finish what I'm about to say, and then I'm gonna get on that. She's suing him. Me personally, I think you should just take your L and just go about your day. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get fired, okay, whatever. Like, if we all remember, she wasn't on a season of Teen Mom OG, and Macy like had a straight problem because she's like, I'm not gonna call her a hoe because she's not a hoe, but basically, in a sense, like, you're doing hoe shit. So now it just seems like she's attention seeking. And I feel like you should just take your L with grace, you know? But in an interview with TMZ, she says, what's an example for my daughter that, you know, you can't let people run over you and stuff. And I'm like, ain't nobody running over you. In fact, you've ran over 2 producers where they had to talk to you about how you talk to the cast, how you talk to the employees. So I don't feel bad for her. I'm glad she got fired. To be honest, I didn't watch Teen Mom OGs to look at Farrah. She was not why I tuned in every week. I'm gonna grab this Kat Von D Lock-It foundation. This is my first time using it. I want to grab. I wanted to try a new foundation. So I decided to. I've never tried the Lock-It foundation, but I heard it's like, bitch, we on here. So now on to Farrah as a parent. That bitch is trash. I feel like it's just like bash Farrah Day or something. But she is such a horrible mother. Because the way I was raised, and maybe this is just me, you don't talk about adult things in front of your kids. And it's like she's formed her daughter into this little monster. Because everything she says, like Sophia just right behind her. I don't like David. But then she'll turn around and she'll tell her grandmother, like, no, I'm coming to your wedding. I want to come, blah, blah, blah.
See, I didn't hear that. All I've been hearing is...
No, because when she got in the car with her, this was like the episode before last, or maybe last episode, she got in the car with her and was like, I want to go to your wedding. And the producer asked her, like, are you going to tell Farrah what Sophia said? And she was like, no, because I don't want to upset Farrah. Because she knew that Farrah was going to, like, flip shit, basically.
Yeah, I guess.
So, okay, Kat Von D. Better lock it in, girl. So, I hate that Farrah sit there and talks adult stuff in front of Sophia. Because she just hears it. And her dad even said it. She hears it and she follow what her mama say instantly. I hate that she sit there and talk about adult stuff in front of her.
Did you hear the other kick with them?
What?
I mean, your business is your business, but she was like, she keeps videos of them naked running around the house and stuff.
Yeah, like, I can't say partially too much because I have pictures and videos of Kevin and Kendra doing silly stuff like running around naked. We don't run around the house naked.
But it's like, but why even say that publicly? Because I don't.
And now it sounds like it's creepy, and it's like you're over sexualizing your daughter, and it gets really bad. All right, I'm going to grab the Kat Von D Lock-It concealer in the color neutral. I tried it and it didn't look too bright, but it's gonna look super bright on this camera. I really hope this isn't too bright. But yeah, like, I don't know. I don't know how people deal with her. I do not know how people deal with her.
She probably one of the people you can't tell nothing to.
Cause you just know she's gonna like flip out. And it's like, well, what's the point? Like it's like so many therapists have told her like, you take way too much out on your mom. And it's like, I don't think she wants her mom to be happy.
No.
At all. Like, she doesn't, I don't care who she dates. She could date a whole nother man next week that treats Deborah like super good. And she was like, I don't like him. Because she does not want her mother to be happy. Now, granted, Deborah is Farrah all over. But
I remember when she asked her for money so she can get lipo.
right.
Or plastic surgery.
And she gave it to her.
And complained about it.
The whole time.
Like, bro,
But you could have told her no. If you hate, it's like she has a love-hate relationship, which is normal. Everybody has a love-hate relationship with their parent at some point in their life. But
she just shows the hate.
Way more than the love.
I wonder what happened with her and Simon.
Girl, she drove him away.
I figured that, but I'm like, what did they make it seem like it was?
That Simon was like not attentive enough, but every time he would say something, like, she just like, you don't listen to me and you just care about yourself. And like, who buys their own engagement ring and then says he needs to pay you back? Bitch, where? And then several therapists tell her, like, you force people out of your life. And she does. Like, I pray for her. I hope she finds the help she needs. But she needs a lot of help. And she's going to rot that child. To grab my Fiona Styles loose setting powder. This is in the color Amphileto. I always butcher this shit. Look, I'm not gonna try to, because I butcher it every time. Grabbing a Depth Beauty Blender. grab my True Radiance contour palette from Black Radiance, or True Complexion. Black Radiance. True Radiance. Black Radiance. True Complexion powder palette. And I'm gonna grab the contour shade. Parenting is that dad that made that little boy run to school for bullying. He got in trouble so many times on the bus that he got suspended for 3 days, and had to, his father decided, since you want to bully people, he made him run to school for those 3 days. He was behind him, you know, so he was riding behind him, but people are calling it child abuse. Me personally, I feel like that's excellent parenting.
For bullying?
He was bullying somebody, so I'm gonna show you what a bully is. I'm gonna make you run to school every day. And surprisingly, all the teachers have said that his behavior has changed since he started running to school. So I think that's a sign. I think that is an absolute sign. I'm gonna put some setting spray on my face. Grabbing my all-nighter setting spray. Just to loosen my face up. So he made him run the whole way, and then that just like bring you back to, well, what is parenting? Because nowadays it's like can't whip your child because it hurt their self-esteem. But it's like, what would be your method for disciplining if your son or daughter was bullying somebody at school? What would be your punishment when they get kicked off the bus because they wanted to be a bully? And I have a zero tolerance for bullying. So I just plop that on my face right there. I'm gonna use my big brush. Yeah, I have a zero tolerance for bullies. So I'm gonna be honest, I probably would have did the same thing. There would be some type of punishment. Like, you're just not gonna get kicked off the bus and then me take you to school every day and think that like everything okie doke. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
So it's like, well, what would the punishment be? I don't know if I would have made him run. It just depends on how far the school was. The dad said the school was only a mile away from their house, which should be nothing because technically you're required by law to run a mile at school. So even though I definitely did not run a mile, I think I jogged 3 laps and walked the last one. This is Tarte Festy Blush Twin Amazon Clay 24-hour blush. I think parenting needs to be reevaluated, personally. I don't feel like people should beat their kids, but I do believe kids should get whooping. So, or some type of punishment when you don't explain to your kids that there is a repercussion, as my mother used to like to say. If there isn't a repercussion for your actions, you'll never learn from those actions. You'll always think whatever you did was technically okay because you never got in trouble for it. Which is absolutely true. Where is my lash glue? I feel like I look super tan.
Yeah, you do.
Third grade teacher has this picture of him and his husband on his desk. The children have inquired about it and asked questions. Parents say they have no issue with sexuality, but he should not have a picture on his desk for children to see. They have gone to the principal about the situation. Do you agree with that? Ooh, that's a good one. Because I actually was talking about sexuality at work with a coworker. So I'm going to give you my input on sexuality for kids. If you don't know, I'm very open. I'm very open. And my sons know that they're a boy and mommy is a girl. But I do not press gender roles on my children. I do not. So my kids are with me a lot of the time. So they see me like doing my makeup and they ask questions, and I don't specifically tell them that makeup is for girls. Because I believe that kids need an outlet to express themselves. And if my son just so happens to want to do makeup, so be it. I feel like when you press gender roles on children at an early age, they start to question their sexuality. So like a little girl wants to do karate or wants to play baseball or basketball. A long time ago, that would be a quick, that's a boy sport. That's not something a little girl needs to do. Nowadays, it's not like that, but there are still certain things that little boys can do and little girls can't do. Which I don't deem fair. So as far as that man having, what was he, a third grade teacher? As far as him having that on his desk, I feel like he can. I feel like if y'all have no problem with sexuality, then you shouldn't have a problem like with him having it on his desk. I feel like you're being contradicted. You have no problem with sexuality, but you have a problem that picture's on his desk. So it sounds like you have a problem with sexuality. So as far as it goes with children and sexuality, I just feel like you can't really press sexuality on kids. That's just me personally. I am going to use my Becca highlighter as soon as I find it. I don't think you can press sexuality on kids. I think they need to live their life and figure out what they are. You can establish that you're a boy and I'm a girl, but as far as sexuality goes, kids are going to find their way regardless. So I rather, personally, my sons just find their way with sexuality than for me to be like, you can't be gay, or you can't be this, or you can't be that. I do not like using a, whatchamacallit, fan brush to put on my highlighter. Well, all right. I want to thank you guys for watching today. I am about to go kick it with the homies. I'm just going to go hang out with some friends. It's like the whole mirror is just like right there. If you wanted to know who I was talking to, that's what I was talking to. I want to thank you guys and make sure to subscribe, like, comment. If you want me to talk about something certain that happened throughout the week this week, just leave it in the comments below. I'm going to put my handles all up here for you guys. This straw is like, ew. I'm going to put my handles for my Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Please follow and subscribe. The button is somewhere around here. Please subscribe. Thank you. Love you guys.